As I'm recording this, I don't think the cat is out of the bag. I don't think the secret has slipped. But you may have noticed Nick and I, and of course I'm referring to Nick of the wonderful The Linux Experiment YouTube channel. Nick and I have been teasing something. This is going to be a companion video to the final product of the thing we've been teasing, if that makes sense. Welcome to Games for Everyone, Episode 1. One of the segments we'll be doing in the first episode is basically gaming on like 2015, 2016 PC hardware with 2021 games. And so Nick is going to be testing a Radeon RX 580 in his 2011 Mac Pro.
And the Mac Pro, which I had not considered for gaming, and I will not consider for gaming again.
And I'll be going all the way back to Maxwell with the Nvidia GeForce GTX 980 Ti, the 900 series. I have it installed in my Thalio right now, and as you can see, I've got it running here on Garuda Linux, and I have installed the Ascent, Death Stranding, Deathloop, Dirt Rally 2.0, Doom Eternal, Hades, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Resident Evil Village, and Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Mostly modern games with a mixture of different engines and different genres. So let's see if what was once an amazing flagship GPU can still handle at least 1080p 60 frames per second in 2021. Okay, I think the first thing that we're gonna do is run the native version of Shadow of the Tomb Raider just to establish a baseline, to see kind of what's possible with this 980 Ti, which is now almost 6 years old, which is wild. So let's go into our options and display and graphics, and we should be at, okay, 1080p. VSync is off. Graphics are set to high. Not highest, but high. This is much better than I expected. Wow. I mean, this is such a complex scene. There's all kinds of lighting sources. There's a lot of just people and objects in the scene. What's going to be important here is not just the average frame rate, but also the minimum frame rates. So I'm guessing something around 53, 54 FPS maybe, average. But I really want to see what the minimum is. Because, you know, it doesn't matter if you have all the eye candy in the world if your game is going to get to a crucial point and then just stutter. And wow, 57. So we're almost pulling off 60 FPS on high quality settings. And if you look in the bottom right of your screen here, we're going to see minimum FPS 42. That is not bad at all. That's actually really promising. Very, very cool. Okay, so let's dive into some actual gameplay and see how it feels to play with the 980 Ti. So this is roughly the beginning of
Jonah, I'm out.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
The site is full of traps.
There's a VIP coming to the Day of the Dead. Name's Dominguez. We should look into it.
Oh my god. Anybody scared of heights? So it feels smooth. There doesn't seem to be any kind of frame rate drops or stuttering of any kind so far. Although I don't think I'm going to get any combat in this little section. Just some movement basics, I think. But still. So Shadow of the Tomb Raider, pretty good. That's reassuring. Now, let's jump into something a little bit newer. I think it's 2019 Dirt Rally 2.0. This is not going to be native. This is going to be running on Proton. So let's see what kind of graphics quality we can kick out, and let's see how terrible I am at rally racing. 1080p, 60 hertz, VSync off, advanced, high, and ultra. So ultra is the highest we can go. I think I'm going to leave it on high because if we can hit 60 plus FPS, then I'll be ridiculously happy. You're about to see one of the most demanding tracks and one of the worst performances of me ever playing a racing game, probably. No, let's go ahead and benchmark this too. Shift F2, there we go. Not gonna do the complete race, but just a couple of laps. All right. Whoa, already missed the keep. I don't have the feel for this vehicle at all, though. But it looks like, are we getting close to 60? Just under 60 FPS. I'll take it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god. Sure hope I don't have realistic damage turned on because this car is already screwed up. All right, lap 2, and then we'll go ahead and end the benchmark and see what our average and minimums are. I'm feeling pretty good about the minimums. I haven't really felt or seen any stuttering. I have, however, seen a lot of mistakes on the track. Oh my god. All right, let's just call it. Let's just call it. So we've got average 57, almost hitting 60, and our 1% minimum is 49.7. 50 FPS minimums with the 980 Ti on high with a game from 2019. That's pretty great. Next up, how about Hideo Kojima's immersive post-apocalyptic walking simulator, Death Stranding? Let's check it out. Ooh, that's not great. That is not great. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we've got to at least hit 30. If we can't hit 30, then it's in my book anyway, it's a deal breaker. So let's go to graphics settings and let's put the graphics quality down to low. Oof. Man. I mean, it's playable, I guess. It never bothered us in the GoldenEye and Perfect Dark days, damn it. Anyway, I'm not sure whether to give this a pass or not. This is low quality 1080p. Let me put this down to 720p. And let's see how that affects things. So, wow. Yeah, that is quite a drop. I wish it was quite a bump in graphics quality and frame rate. So 720p gives us a playable game at 30 FPS. Barely. Okay, 1080p, full screen. How about graphics? High. This is a deceptively demanding game. I'm gonna leave it here. And just see how it performs. All right, let's hit single player and resume. Ooh. Man, that is not great. That is not great. Oh, wow. So yes, Doom Eternal, pretty much mandatory as far as testing goes. Super well optimized game, but it is from 2020 and was released 5 years after Nvidia's GTX 980 Ti. So let's first go into our settings and see what we can pull off. So full screen, that's weird that it defaulted to widescreen, okay. Vertical sync off, HDR off. Field of view 90, okay. How about advanced stuff? So no ray tracing. Nightmare, do we dare try Nightmare? You know what? No, Ultra Nightmare. See, I don't think we can pull that off though, look at the VRAM. Okay, fine, we'll do Nightmare. 1080p, Nightmare. With the 980 Ti, let's load up Ancient Gods and do it. Yeah, that looks pretty chunky, guys. That looks pretty chunky. I think Nightmare was way too ambitious. Let's play a bit and see what happens. Oh man, yeah. If we cannot even hit 30, then it's a deal breaker for me. So let's go back into our overall quality and let's bump this down. Let's be realistic. Let's change it to high. Guys, I don't know, man. Wow. Well,
the UAC won't hand over the Seraphim without a fight.
35 to 40 FPS. This game feels so good when it's at like 60 plus FPS. Solid 60 plus, even better if it's over 100. Yeah, this isn't great, but it still feels okay. Not wonderful. Playable? Certainly playable. A game that came out 5 years after this card was released, and we're playing on, what was it, high? It looks great, it feels okay. I would much rather feel this game at 60 FPS. That is what I would like to hit. So let's bump this down to medium. Still not gonna hit it. Still not gonna hit 60, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Sega.
Did you forget who you're dealing with?
Okay, yes, it's time to fight.
Just some Yakuza street trash who's gotta learn when to quit! Pissing your pants yet?
Little bit of, ooh, oh man. Yeah, that could be a problem. Let me just stop and take a bite of this real quick. Yes, sucker. I think my controller is borked. Well, guard, get him. So, a little bit of stuttering, decent frame rate, Yakuza Like a Dragon gets a pass. And how about one more game that I know a lot of you guys really like? Risk of Rain 2, it came out, I want to say August or November of 2020, so still fairly new. Let's take a look at what settings we can tweak. Let's start by cranking everything up. How about that? Oh yeah, this is easily playable. No question. No question at all. Yeah, 90, 100 FPS. This is great. Just super smooth, no stuttering at all. Plays like a dream. Okay. Risk of Rain 2 gets a pass. So, is the GTX 980 Ti, a card from 2015, is it still viable for playing pretty much anything you want in 2021 and beyond? Well, honestly, no, but it comes really close. Doom Eternal presented a bit of a challenge, had to turn the graphic settings way down, and we couldn't quite hit 1080p 60 in that title. Deathloop didn't run at all, and I think that might have had something to do with the 6GB VRAM ceiling. But on the bright side, games like Dirt Rally 2.0, like Yakuza, like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and Risk of Rain 2, and a few others, they perform surprisingly well, actually, getting just close to 60 FPS or higher at medium to high settings. And again, those are games where you could easily bump down the quality level just a bit and hit your 60 plus solid FPS. And I'm gonna get out of your hair. Until we chat again, take care of each other, and get your game on. See you guys.